Good evening, all. We're live. I haven't a clue if anybody's watching. Yep. Here is chat. Chat has it is woken up just as I've clicked go live. There was nothing there until I clicked it. I am joined by Merlin Gandaldor and Oman Owl, and it is Fighting Fantasy Friday. Halakar's there in chat. Grumpy Old Slan's there in chat, and we've only got 3 chatters at the moment, but hopefully that will pick up as the night goes on. I have beer, which is necessary for a Friday night. I have no work tomorrow, which is also good for a Friday night. And hello, Brian. We have a trailer company in here in Britain called Brian James Trailers. And whenever you see anybody called Brian James, everyone just thinks of trailers. They're the biggest trailer company over here. Huh. Not trailers as you'd call them over in America, like trailer park type things. These are trailers that you put a car on that are broken down.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times we'll call it for trailers is also for the big 18-wheelers with their
right.
So, John, I've got a question for you.
What's that?
Regarding quality control. Hello.
Oh, hello. Hello.
I decided to treat myself to one of your fancy shirts. But imagine my surprise when it arrived and it became a moo-moo. Look at this thing.
What?
Ah, my glasses. Are you there? I can't see anymore.
So I saw that one had sold on the website. I didn't check the size. I just saw that somebody in Canada had bought one. I didn't know who it was. So have you bought a Diddy one, a little baby one?
Who are you calling a baby? This is a full-size adult shirt. A little too big. What's the sizing like in England? This is a straight jacket. I can't move my hands.
As far as I was aware, it was American sizes because it's Redbubble. So I don't know. But cheers for getting the shirt. It looks absolutely wonderful on you, Mr. Wizard. Merle.
You old moo-moo.
That's awesome.
There we are. You old geek.
Yes.
One of my part to support your channel.
Wonderful. That's made my Friday. So that is my first T-shirt sale. Yes, Halakar. I have a geek a Redbubble thing, and there's only one design on there. I think it's just the basic the old geek logo. I need to do a Knockers design to go with Friday night because I think that would be good. But I'm not an artist. It shall be said, I'm not an artist. I'd have to find a picture somewhere and just stick it on and hopefully it'll look good. Right, okay. So
I feel cheated now, So
why is that?
Oh, we'll see. Let's see if we can do for myself here. Finally got my T-shirt for Old School Essentials.
Oh, excellent.
Yes,
And
very nice, Minion. Very nice.
And here we have someone as well who doesn't need a T-shirt because all that's left of his body is dust.
Well, who do you think messed with the size of his order?
Oh, excellent. At least the T-shirt got there. I mean, the thing to have done would have been to just stall the delivery for about 3 weeks. So he'd been waiting for it to be delivered, only for it to be wrong when he got there. That would have been truly evil.
No, I wanted to see his reaction.
Oh, you're getting impatient in your old age, Mr. Hyphen.
Yes. It only took what 10 days for my OSE stuff to come through after it was shipped. So, and despite getting a large, which seems to fit, it's too tight around the neck. What the hell?
Yeah.
For those interested in the t-shirts, I do put a link on my videos to my I've got a Redbubble store that I set up a couple of weeks back, and I put a link in there straight to them. And there's a few bits and bobs on there. All I did was snip the lettering and set it up on there. I've sold one! Hurrah! Hey, that's made me about $2. That's marvelous. I did try and adjust the pricing on it because I think it's expensive for a t-shirt. But then I realized what the percentages were, and if I dropped it to a level that I'd consider to be suitable, I think I'd have been making a loss, or maybe just about breaking even on them. I don't know. When I win the lottery, I will make a loss on them, and I will fund them. But until then,
so when you say lottery, are you going for the $400 million one here?
To be honest, I don't do any lotteries. The wife does. She puts a couple of quid on every week. We never win anything.
I don't know how things work over there, but I think you have to play to win, John.
I'm just hoping my wife would win, and then decide that it's okay to keep me around after she's become a millionaire, because of course there is that hurdle to get over, and then actually share some of the winnings with me, and then I would of course share the winnings again.
It's awfully wishful thinking.
It is wishful thinking, yes.
Well, this is the great thing about being a nerd. You know where the money's going. You can see it on the bookshelf.
Yes. That is true.
Yes,
that is true.
Gold-plated D&D books are very expensive.
Gold-plated dice, opal dice, pearl dice, or something like that.
I've seen the Turk. What is it? The amethyst. I mean, my friend had a few. I saw. Who mentioned that there was diamond and emerald dice? Someone did for like $80,000, something like that.
I've seen fossilized resin dice and ivory taken from a mammoth skeleton dice, and they are ridiculously expensive.
I'm too cheap. I just like my good old acrylic dice. They roll nicely. They feel good in the hand, and you know it's
ones like that.
I wouldn't know. I don't have hands.
Well, no, but you can use the force of your mind, can't you?
But you'll feel it.
Or do you just roll adventurers?
That's a good point. Just suck them into the eye soul gem and then spit them out and roll them on the table. Yes, that would work nicely.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait a minute. But these are adventurers. They use your teeth for dice.
Well, watch as I roll the wizard.
See the three different sizes. I'm going. This seems to be about the perfect size to me. Stop making these small little dice. I'm done with these 16 millimeters.
I've got one of these odd things.
Yeah, so exactly. I mean, and it's hard to cheat. The bigger the die, the harder it is to cheat.
Oh yeah.
You roll. Yeah. The problem is if you play with miniatures, is they tend to either, you roll on the table, it shakes the table enough, so it's knocks them down.
Thud. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's say hello to a few more people in chat. Who else? Who haven't I said hello to yet? Elf Bates arrived. Hello, Elf Bait. And
Hungar and Squirrel Hermit.
Hungar's here. Hello, Hungar. I hear you're out of hospital, Hungar. Nice to hear that. Good.
Now, if he says he's going to play some video games, Hungar, next week, Witcher 3, the updated stuff comes out, so you get to play even better graphics on that one.
Grumpy old Slan's around, and so is Squirrel Hermit, and there's Halakar, Daniel Kearney. Doesn't matter about being here late, we're just talking rubbish for the last 10 minutes or so. So you haven't missed anything. And no, El, we're not dead yet. I have rolled a new character. We've got a new character, and this is one that is capable of completing the book.
Oh, what did you all like I do until you get all sixes, or what do we have now?
No, I know it got some decent rolls, but it's got average stamina, good skill, average luck, good fear.
No cheating, John. You disappoint me.
The dice rolled so many twos and ones for the last poor side we had going through.
And yet he made it further than all the others.
He did, yes, he did.
If we just had one more in fear, We would have been. We could have. Well, we would probably still die, but we would have been much better off.
Cheers, Hungar. See ya.
Well, I'm going to go laugh at the wizard some more, but I want to say, John, the final foray into the House of Hell. It's a House of Hell. You're here forever.
Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, yeah. Where have your eyes gone?
I told you I was rolling the wizard.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I think Hungar's disappeared, but he's been giving us a little bit of money over the last few weeks, and I was going to let you all know I have spent some of it on some more books.
Oh, which books did you get there, John?
I bought Creature of Havoc and Blood Bones.
Okay.
Those are the two books I've bought. I am shopping around. I think I'm going to get Freeway Fighter as well, which is the Mad Max one. But
no. I remember. I think I played that one.
Even when I am moderately flush with cash, I'm still an absolute tight ass when it comes to buying things, though. So I'm waiting to see it. The ones I've bought are like £3 or £4.
Okay.
And I will buy whatever appears on eBay for £3 or £4, and I'll only buy it when it appears for £3 or £4. But that way I can get more.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand what the you know. It's like, you're so cheap. Like, yes. So what?
Halakar, thank you. That's 2 T-shirts sold. Hurrah!
I'm actually too much on the books. You won't be able to play as many. So no, I approve entirely.
Yeah. Well, I've said this in some of the Merc videos. People are saying, "Oh, this book costs 50 quid or whatever." I look for an auction, and if I see it listed, I'll drop my maximum bid on it and then just walk away and leave it. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, it'll come around again later. It's how I got. I mean, I've seen copies of Datas and Demigods, 144 page one, a bit battered, sell for about £25-30 because people haven't spotted them. And people are saying, "Oh, they go for 300 quid, whatever." Only if you're stupid enough to drop that much on it and be impatient,
or try and go for an perfect pristine version. And
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm kind of at the point now where I'm going, how much would it cost to just print it if you just give me the PDF? Yeah.
I mean, half things I've got are just things I found where people have listed on a 99p starter auction. I completely ignore the buy it now ones. Never bother even looking at those. I filter them out. Look for 99p start buy it now. I look at my list of how much things have sold for. Drop about 20% off the average because I'm tight, and there you go. If it sells for an average of £15, I'll put a £12 maximum on my bid and walk away and leave it. If I get it for 12 quid, great.
I mean, just so you know, and I don't know if good old Sean has his stuff yet. I assume you do, but they finally came in.
Excellent. Yes,
excellent indeed. Yes. Now take a look at the back of the advanced box and count up the books.
I haven't looked at that. The advanced has what, 6? I can't remember. I see 5 book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, where's 4?
Exactly.
Oh, the hyphen's been at it again. I know Steam have got various offers on these books, but I like to have the physical book. I really do like to have the physical. Oh, Manal, you're missing a book, are you?
Well, no. He was joking about it, but anyone that actually, I don't think they've looked at it. So you can see book 1 characters, 2 magic, 3 monsters, and 5 treasures.
It's a delicious misprint.
It is.
Now, I haven't even opened it up. It's still shrink wrapped because it came over while I was doing 12-hour days at work. But have you opened it up? Are there only 4 books inside? I haven't checked.
No, I wouldn't know. I don't have hands.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you had
right. Anyway, you just have minions. Yeah, you use minions' hands. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's get started.
Right.
I think we know
Good luck,
the beginning
John.
for this.
I will see you anon.
Okay. Okay. And thus the hyphen departs. Right. And see you, Sean.
Oh, man. That's been still on.
It's just me and I don't know if Dan's joining us tonight. I know he's having issues with getting his nipper to sleep. So, All right, ho. So I think we all, those of us who've played and we've been through a few of these, we know that at the start we walk up to the house and we play with knockers, don't we? That's the first thing we do. So I'm assuming, I think we know that's the right thing to do as well. So knockers, I'm jumping ahead to get to the juicy bits. Not that knockers aren't juicy. We walk into the house. We say hello to the chaps in the house. We sit down for dinner. Paintings. Do we want to look at the paintings? Or do we now know what we need to know about the paintings? As in, no white wine.
And then there's your friend. That was the other one that we learned from the paintings, right?
Elle, you reckon we go around the back of the house first, listen, and then go for the knockers? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So assume we've gone around the back of the house, listen, then go back for the knockers. Okay. That tells us a bit more. So paintings, we got what we know from the paintings. So we'll wait for our host to arrive. What do we have for dinner? We have a chat, don't we? We have a chat with him. We have some dinner. We have some food. I think both the lamb and the duck are fine. We have to gain a fear point early on, unfortunately, because you either get it from annoying the host or looking at the picture. So I'm just trying to bring us up to speed.
It wasn't the cheese; it was the coffee. Well,
yes, it seems yeah. Okay, you take the red wine. So it's the red wine. I'll just get ourselves. I'll make a note of the starting point.
Yeah, I thought that we do cover something with brandy.
Lamb or duck? I think we had duck, didn't we, last time, and we were okay.
I can't even buy duck anymore. I don't know what's going on for Christmas.
Duck's lovely.
I used to.
Yes.
I buy a whole pack of it. I was talking like 13 pounds of it, and they said they can't get it today for me this year.
It's the cheese that's drugged. It's fruit, coffee, and brandy that's safe.
Oh, okay.
Fruit, coffee, and brandy that was safe, and that was the point where we know we're okay, right? And that's okay. And I will start the reading from here. So we finished off our coffee, our brandy, and our fruit. Franklin's brings them to you, and you finish off your meal. Well, my friend, says the Earl, you must now be quite tired. It is well past midnight. Franklin's will show you to your room. You thank him and follow the butler out of the dining room. This way, if you please, he says as he leads you up a magnificent wide staircase with carved wooden banisters. A landing at the top leads to various different rooms, each with a name plaque on the door. He takes you to one which reads Erasmus Room and opens the door, wishing you a good night's sleep. Okay. If we do die, this is where we'll start each time, and this is entry 5. Okay. The bedroom has been prepared for you. The room is not large, but a huge mirror appears to double its size. Crisp white sheets have been folded back on the bed, and a warm fire burns in the fireplace. The door closes as the butler leaves the room, and you walk over to the fire. Your situation is a little worrying. If you don't get going quickly, you'll never make your appointment. But if it is true there's no phone you can use, what else can you do? Maybe you should just hang your wet clothes in front of the fire and climb into bed, or shall we leave the room? So, hang our wet clothes in front of the fire and get into bed, or leave the room. Those are the choices at this point.
And we put all our stuff up on the... We went to bed last time, didn't we?
I think we did, yes. Yeah.
I don't think we've left before. I don't know what's going to happen, but should we try something new? Let's leave.
Okie dokie.
Meantime, while you're doing this, I'm going to try doing my kettlebell swings. So.
Oh, right. You're keeping fit.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to do 10,000 by Christmas. We'll see. I'm up to like.
Oh, right.
4,000 right now.
What weight are you using?
20 kilo.
20 kilo. That's a solid weight.
We'll see. I'm getting fat, so it doesn't matter whether I get stronger or not. I'm like, okay, like I'm going to stop eating like a pig. All right.
My boss has bought a big tubs of chocolate for Christmas for the customers in the shop. Their problem is they make me fat as well. They just sit there on the counter and go,
That sounds like my Halloween. I used to have a bowl of candy for the kids and then a bowl underneath for all the wrappers. So as I was handing up,
one for you and two for me.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to try and leave the room. The door is locked. Da, da, da. It seems that your hosts certainly don't want you prowling around the house. Shall we try and break the door down? Shall we climb into bed? Or shall we pretend to go to bed, switch out the light, and wait to see what happens?
Ooh. All right. Let's go pretend. Because we know what happened last time. All we do is hurt ourselves.
Yes, we hurt ourselves on the door, didn't we? That's right. Yeah, 4 votes straight away to wait and pretend. 63. You wait in the darkness. Apart from the rain driving against the window, the house is silent. How long will you have to wait before someone appears? All night? The thought of sitting in the darkness all night makes you feel a little uneasy, and you must add 1 fear point. But then you hear a shuffling noise in the corridor outside your room. Yes. Lie in bed and go. Shouldn't have snorted like that. You can hear slow footsteps approaching your room. They stop outside the door and a key rattles as it unlocks your door. You must quickly decide whether to jump into bed and pretend to be asleep or to hide behind the door to surprise whoever is about to come in. So, jump into bed and pretend to be asleep or hide behind the door to surprise whoever is about to come in.
Surprise. I think that's what we did last time.
I think it is, yes. Jump his skanky ass. Yeah, Halakar. I think that's the sensible approach. Or there's bound to be when you go to bed, you get the poker and you put it by the fire so the end heats up. Instant weapon. So we're hiding behind the door to surprise him. 373. Hello, Lionel. I don't think I've said hello to you yet. The door opens slowly, and a man shuffles into the room carrying a glass containing a clear liquid. He appears to be bent double, and his movements are slow. As he gets nearer to the bed, you realize he will soon notice that you're not there. Do you want to nip out of the room quickly and lock the door behind you, or shall we leap on him and attack him? So, do we avoid him, try and get out behind him, or shall we leap on him and fight him?
Let's leap on him.
Yeah, but we did get some info from him last time, didn't we? I'm sure we did. It's nice to have a weekend off this weekend.
Well, that is good.
I have to say, I'm looking forward to Sunday. I haven't seen my daughter play football for a while, and they're playing at home against a team that lost to the team they played last weekend. And last weekend, they won 9-0. So last weekend, they beat a team 9-0, and that team they beat 9-0 beat the team that they're playing this weekend. This could be fun.
Well, what was the team that they lost to?
Cradley Town were mid-table.
Okay.
I mean, Holly's team haven't lost a game at all yet this year. Sorry, their opposition lost to the team that my daughter's team beat 9-0 last weekend. So, Iceland, no, we haven't died yet. We're trying to decide whether to attack this chap. Okay, it looks like people want to sneak out this time rather than fight him. Okay, we'll try and sneak out the room quickly and lock the door behind us. 350. Oh, we're outside. You're on a landing overlooking the entrance hall. To your right, the passageway ends at a door. To the left, the landing turns right past a couple of doors. Okay, this is a position we've been in before. Hello, Biff. Do we go right, or shall we follow the landing around to the left? Lionel, so far this season, they've played 7, won 7. Was it played 6, won 6? They're scoring goals at a rate of 8 goals a game, and they've conceded 2 goals so far this season. It tells you how they're doing. It's all been a bit one-sided. And that doesn't include the cup game that they won 20-0. It's not shown on the table because it's a cup game. Right. Yes, this is no, it's not the same. Been the same book for the last 3 weeks, Biff. We went back to this book last week. We were on the Shamitanti Hills initially, previously before that, but we've gone back to this one. But this is our 4th or 5th attempt at it. So, follow the landing. All right, we've got options here of right landing. So 2-2 at the moment. So do we turn right or do we follow the landing around to the left? Pardon me. Elle remembers. Yes, you find the garlic and the knife, and then we enter Abaddon. But at the moment, people reckon that we're going to go right. So, we're 3 to the right and 2 to the left at the moment. Anybody else voting? There's 12 people in chat, and only 5 votes, and no vote from Omanal yet either, who's busy doing his heaving of weights.
Yeah, well, I'm doing the one second. I'm trying to start something up, but no. I'm listening and like, you know what? This is not my favorite adventure, but
it's not your favorite adventure. This is my favorite of the books.
I think my favorite was the one that they do with the Death Trap Dungeon.
Yeah.
Because I like the fact that you have a third party. Well, you have your friend that accompany you before bad things happen to him too.
Yeah. I mean, when the weather gets warmer, I will try to find it up in my attic, and we'll play it sometime. But I'm not going anywhere near my attic when the weather's like this. Okay. We're going to the right, so by looks of things. So around to the right, 332. At the end of the corridor ahead of you is a stout wooden door. While you are considering whether or not to try this room, a noise behind you startles you. You spin around only to find that the wind is rustling wall hangings. There is nothing to be afraid of. You turn back and are amazed to find a faint white figure has appeared in front of you. This apparition is a young woman in her early 20s with long flowing hair. She's dressed in a white bridal dress which has seen better days. It is ripped and torn. "Oh, thank God I have found you in time," she says. "I must talk to you immediately. Come, let us go into this room." Will you follow her into the room, or do you suspect a trap? And we add a fear point. And that is her. Indeed. From that picture, it looks like she's translucent knockers. Ghostly knockers. Yeah, seems legit. Yeah. So we've got 2 going for 3 going for follow, 1 going for don't go at the moment.
It's a trap, I think. I don't know, but I always assume it's a trap.
Yeah. Looks like we're following her into the room. This really strong character could be dead very quickly.
We were supposed to find this out with
yeah.
What is it called?
Mr. Crappy last week. To enter the room, she passes right through the door. You, of course, must use more traditional methods. You turn the handle and walk into the Apollyon room. It is an elegant bedroom. Fine floor-length curtains hang along one wall. An enormous bed with lace coverings is against another wall, and opposite stands a beautiful dressing table with a huge mirror. The woman hovers in the center of the room and bids you to sit down on the bed. "Your coming here has been no accident," she starts. "And I must warn you of the terrible dangers you will face here. This house is ruled by the Master, a powerful black priest of the night named Kelnor, the Earl of Druma. I would guess that you are to be offered to the demons of hellfire, if you survive that long. Yesterday they trapped a girl, a pretty young district nurse who happened to call. She is to be offered tonight. I cannot let this devilry continue. There must be some way it can be stopped. If you can find the Chris knife, you might defeat Kelnor, for this weapon is his only weakness. Please help me. You will probably find it in... No! Quick, we are discovered! I can hear the hounds. Go, leave this room." You stand up. She was right. You can hear barking getting rapidly closer. She motions to you, pointing at the door. You run to the door and peer outside. Nothing. The barking gets louder, and you turn back towards the ghost, who seems to be struggling with something. She's involved in a fight with 2 huge, ghostly Great Danes, which are snapping and clawing at her. You can take a step forward, but it is hopeless. You cannot help, as you cannot even touch the beasts. And your help would have been very welcome because the dogs are much too powerful for her. She's weakening, and as she does so, her image fades. Moments later, she disappears completely. Satisfied that their job has been done, the two Great Danes disappear also. Now what will you do? Do we help her as she asked? Or would we rather just escape from the house?
Be the hero. I don't remember. Did we do this part before?
I think we did on one of our very early runs through.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it. My problem is I tend to spend too much time yapping and drinking from my glass. And not actually paying it, not actually trying to remember. Not remembering, and a week is a long time when you get to our age. That's a memory. Looks like we're helping her. Now, last week, Hungar did moan that I didn't have the psht of opening a can on stream. So, there you go. What a satisfying sound that is. That's my smug, I've got a beer face.
That's
Right. She gave us info. We help her. Yeah, of course we do. Of course we help her. 257. You consider your best plan as you walk down the passageway. You turn right along the landing and the two doors are on your left. The first has Azazel written on its nameplate and the second Mephisto. Shall we try either of these rooms? Or shall we pass them both by and walk along to where the landing turns right? So we can either go to Azazel, we can go to Mephisto, or we can walk on by. Do, do, do. Bit of sad news regarding that song. One of the best cover versions was the Stranglers doing a version of Walk On By, and their drummer passed away this week. Did the Stranglers ever have any hits in America?
I'm not familiar. Well, I'm not a fair person to ask. I was in the country at a certain point.
They were a British punk band, so I don't know how much impact British punk had in America. Their biggest hit was Golden Brown, which was a song about drugs. They also had a song called Peaches. Walking on the beaches, looking at the peaches. Yes. They weren't referring to the fruit. They had a really good bassist as well, the Stranglers. It won't be holiday for me, Lionel, until the 24th. I work in retail. I get 2 days off at Christmas and 2 days off at New Year. So that's all right. My busiest time of year. Right. Okay. So let's count these up. L says pass by. Daniel says pass by. Mage is going to go for Azazel. Halakar goes for Azazel. Aha. Biff says pass by, and Lionel says pass by. Halakar, you've remembered where we get our letter opener from, and everyone else is ignoring you. Daniel, I class myself as a shop assistant. I am officially the manager of the shop and officially in charge of one person. But I don't make any decisions. It's the gaffer who makes all the decisions. He just makes me do all the work. Or rather, I choose what stock to buy. And if I spend too much, he moans. But if we run out of anything, he moans. But if we don't run out of things, he moans. He says we've got too much. One of those things you can't win. You can't win. So passing by is winning at the moment, I'm afraid, for those who want the letter opener. So we have to pass by because that has been voted for. So we move on to 287. Well, we'll get the knife in a bit. You walk up to the two doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. Shall we shall we enter Balthus? Shall we enter the anonymous door, or shall we ignore them and continue around the landing? A national toy store at Christmas time. Hey, I'm glad I'm not you. I used to work in technical support at a computer games company. Technical help desk, sort of picking up phone calls, helping people out with their issues. And one year, we started doing email support as well, because this is when email was fairly new. We are talking late 90s. And I remember one year coming in after Christmas, being the only one going in just to check the emails to make sure that nothing had gone wrong, and finding a string of emails from somebody. He'd emailed at about 8 o'clock on Christmas Day morning to say, I can't get through on the phones. Your phones appear to be switched off. 10 o'clock in the morning, I still can't get through on the phones. This is Christmas Day morning. And then a snotty email around lunchtime saying, I think it's disgraceful that you've got no technical support available on Christmas Day. My son can't get his Christmas present to work. He's really disappointed. And it was Christmas Day. I was like, what? Sorry, we're allowed a holiday. Anyway. I can guarantee stupid son was doing something wrong anyway. I can't remember. Anyway, let's have a look. No name, Balthus. One of the unmarked doors has a scary body in it, doesn't it? You don't remember which one. Balthus. There's two Balthus, two no names. One for the landing. I'm nothing like the ones from Are You Being Served? Nothing like. Do you get that in America? I'm free. And Mrs. Slocum talking about a pet. Really a pet, yes. Right. Looks like Balthus is winning at the moment. BBC America. I'm guessing so you get the old crap from yesteryear.
You mean in its heyday?
Yeah, that was when the BBC was decent, but it's still the old crap from yesteryear. But yes, British drama, sitcoms, and Monty Python. Well, do you need anything more than that?
I'm still a Blackadder man.
Blackadder was awesome. Faulty Towers, fantastic. Only Fools and Horses. Yes. Anyhow, it looks like Balthus has won this vote. So 299. I know where we are. Benny Hill. Benny Hill.
Ah, yes.
The room you've entered is bare. Pinstriped wallpaper covers the wall. A hearth is set in the center of one wall, and on the mantelpiece there is a small wooden box. I remember this room. Curtains are pulled together along another wall, but they hang awkwardly, bulging at unnatural places. Back with the bulging. What do we want to do? Do we want to investigate the bulge, open the box, or leave the room? No, Baphomet hasn't got the bulges. Balthus has got the bulges. Unless I've turned to the wrong place. I might have turned to the wrong place. Do you remember where we were? Where were we? Have I turned to the wrong place? Because I have a feeling... Because was it 299 or 298 we're supposed to go to here? Oops, have I cocked up? Have I got the wrong way? Where was Spooky Woman? I can't remember what number Spooky Woman was. Uh-oh. You all talk about bulges. There's Spooky Woman. Right, okay. Followed her into a room. 73, yes, we're there. 73. Helped her, 257. Remember these numbers. L, you're not doing your job. Walked by, 287. Yeah, 299. 299 is the Balthus room. There we go. I was in the right place. Don't make me doubt myself. Don't make me doubt myself. No, Halakar, you're right. You're right. We don't want to tangle with the zombie without our letter opener. No bulges. Ignore your wife, Daniel. No bulges. Right. We've got 2 boxes, and Daniel's wife says bulge. I do sometimes write page numbers down, but I'm hoping for people to help. Like I said in my reaction video I did yesterday, the players help with the logistics. Make notes, chaps. We're opening the box on the mantelpiece, 197. What's in the box?
Where does that come from? I think.
What?
What's in the box? I'm just trying to... Oh, I remember what that comes. That comes from Dune. When he puts his hand in the box, he says, "What's in the box?"
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, you must have. You never saw the movie Dune or the?
No. I'm crap at watching movies.
Oh, okay.
And I don't tend to remember them. Anyway, no. It is a film I should watch. I've played the computer game. If Elfbait, if it's from 7, I definitely won't have watched it because I'm an absolute wimp. There's no way I'm going to watch 7.
That was more of a psychological than it was a real terror.
Yeah. Okay, you walk up to the mantelpiece and pick up the box. A catch is holding it shut. But before you open the box, a rustling from the window attracts your attention. Something is happening. The bulge. You place the box back on the mantelpiece and walk over to the curtains. Okay. We're going over to the curtains anyway, and we're fighting the zombie. Okay. From behind the curtain, a heavy blow hits you in the chest and knocks you backwards onto the floor. Lose 2 stamina points and add 2 fear points. Shouldn't have gone in this room. You pick yourselves up, and the curtain slides to one side. A human figure steps out. Its skin is a dirty green color. Its wide eyes stare at you, yet through you. Its jaws gape open to reveal a mouth half full of rotten teeth, and it wears ragged clothes. Resolve your fight with this zombie. Yes, no Balthus room. Okay, we've got a skill of 8 at the moment. It's got a skill of 7. So we've got a slight advantage. Those are the dice. Got a pair of green ones, pair of orange ones. Are we going to use the orange ones for us or the green ones for us? What do you want? Orange or green? I've got a pair of blue ones here as well, but not offering you those. Orange or green? This isn't part of the adventure, by the way. This is just me delaying. Well, I'm going to use green for us. Yes, British racing green, greatest car color ever. Green for us, orange for bad guy. Yep, we've won the first round. We're going to beat it 3 times, and we have got a 1-point advantage. Second, the green dice are being marvelous. That's 9 against 4. We've won again. Yep, no, that's got us that time. It's got us that time. We rolled 7. It rolled 11. That's okay. 2-1 up on it. Yes. Yeah, we've defeated the zombie. I like green as well. Sort of colorways I do. Yes. British, the old Lotus cars from the 60s. British racing green. Yes. Okay, shall we leave the room or shall we investigate the box? Leave the room or investigate the box? I think if there is going to be a victory dance going on, I think we need Omanal to turn his camera on and Omanal to do the victory dance.
Oh no. That's
Are you a dad dancer, Omanal?
I did a well, I like the cha-cha and the salsa and
Those are proper dances.
people I don't care what anyone says. Look, guys, if you want to date, learn how to dance. It's country dancing is probably easiest to find. But
I suppose so.
But if you don't, then I just remember taking Aikido, and one guy was laughing at me because I was taking ballroom dancing at the same time. Then the next sentence out of his mouth is, "I wish I could dance."
The last time I danced to anything was probably at a wedding, and I'd had about 8 pints, and they put on some early 80s British ska specials or madness. And I was like, yes, this is my youth. And my kids just had their heads in their hands going, no, Dad. No, Dad. Don't. As I got up and started leaping around to madness.
The problem is that you need a partner to dance. Otherwise, you're just dancing alone. But, that's...
No, but that's the thing. If you're dancing at a wedding to ska music, you don't need a partner at all. In fact, you're better off without a partner.
I had a friend who he was like the vice president of the dance club or something like that, and he had a picture of 20 women waiting in line to dance with him because he was such a good dancer.
Yeah. That's posh dancing, though. That's proper dancing. I mean, I'm on about idiot dancing here, as in leaping around being a knob. If you want to see the sort of dancing that is done to madness, go to YouTube and get up the song "Night Boat to Cairo." It's possibly the greatest music video ever. The band, who are known for being hellraisers, were told to meet at a studio to film a video this one afternoon, and they got a bit of a budget, so they went into the pub, got absolutely tanked up, turned up to film the video, and just spent the whole video slot that they got a few hours in the afternoon larking around. And it's blatantly obvious they're miming. They don't give a monkey's. And they're just jumping around in the studio. And if you're just aware that they've drank a load of beer before doing that,
you don't even have to. Everyone goes something like, you really don't even have to dance. You just have to know how to dance. You just have to be willing to go out there and make a fool of yourself. And
yeah. Elf Bay, I used to live in those sort of clubs, the goth and industrial clubs. And I tell you what, if NWO by Ministry came on, I was in the middle of that dance floor. Or something like Ministry used to get me up. Stigmata was another song. I used to I had dreadlocks at that time. I used to flail my dreadlocks around to that. Anything by Nine Inch Nails. Yes. Yeah. Anyhow, I think we're investigating the box. 40. The box rattles when you touch it. There is something solid inside. You undo the catch and open the lid. Inside you find a small key. You try the key in the door and it fits. Didn't even know we were locked in. The key turns and unlocks the door, allowing you to leave the room. You find you're in the corner of the landing and there's an unmarked door on your left. We have got a key. If you wish to go through it, turn to 86, or straight ahead, we can see the main staircase going downwards. So do we go through the unmarked door or do we go down the main staircase? Unmarked door. I've got Night Boat to Cairo by Madness going in my head at the moment. It's such an infectious tune. Because here in the UK, we had a bit of a ska scene in sort of late 70s, early 80s. Mm-hmm. It was on the two-tone label, which was intentionally, it was black and white. It was mainly white people doing predominantly Caribbean music, ska, but with a bit of a punk edge to it.
Yeah.
And the idea being it married the two genres. Bands like the Specials, and it was fantastic. Some of the stuff was absolutely fantastic and a real energy to it.
I don't know. Whenever I hear cultural appropriation, I said, if your culture's worth appropriating, you should be thrilled.
Well, some of the bands, I mean, the Specials, they were a multiracial band.
Yeah.
And I mean, the lead singer, Terry Hall, I can't remember the name, they're two black guys with him. And then there was all the other musicians in the band, group of 3 or 4 white guys. But there was a lot of them on stage, seven or 8 of them on stage. But they made put on a really good show, lots of energy, and the songs were fantastic. It was a real buzz style of music. I loved it. Anyway, I love it now. I loved it when I was a kid. Yeah, ska is great. It's really, really good genre. This was like a punky ska, though. We had the Beat, who had to be known as the English Beat when their stuff gets put on YouTube, because there was a different band called the Beat in America. Yes, the English Beat. They are like on that sort of on the edge of that ska sort of scene. Mirror in the Bathroom was their big hit. Another good tune. But we just call them the Beat over here, not the English Beat. English Beat. Right. Okay. So we're going for the door, aren't we? Everyone's saying door. I'm getting easily distracted tonight. I'm in chatty mood. It's my weekend off work. I'm happy. The door opens into a narrow passageway which ends at a window. There's a door halfway along on the left-hand side, and a sign on the door identifies it as a Diabolus room. Shall we try this door? Shall we investigate the window? Or shall we just go back out to the landing? Ian Dury, yes. Ian Dury and the Blockheads. The Blockheads were fantastic musicians. The bass lines that they used to play were just awesome. Ian Dury was disabled, and that was ignored. He tried to do. There was an International Year of the Disabled, I think it was, in about 1978, 79, 90-ish. And him being disabled because he had polio when he was a kid, he couldn't walk properly, and his growth was all stunted by it. And he died young as a result. But I'm pretty sure his single wasn't allowed to be a fundraising single because he called it Spasticus Autisticus.
Oh, geez. That's no fun.
But it's like, hang on, he's disabled himself. Can't he get away with calling a song with that sort of song title? Yeah, Ian Dury was another. He was a great wordsmith, and his band were very, 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 very skilled. Anyway, some people are saying landing. We've got a decision to make. Come on, right. Diabolus room. Investigate the window. Okay, so are we pretending we investigate the window and we just know that Morgana in Abaddon thing? Are we cheating, El? Are we cheating?
Isn't that the whole point?
Of course it is. We know Morgana's in Abaddon 88. Because our characters that have died have all seen that before. Diabolus, window, or landing? We pretended to get in the house. Yes, okay. But at least I went through the various bits and pieces and got the information, sort of. Okay, it's definitely Merlin's to Gandaldor who's at the keyboard now because Mage's Musings is being really honest and being very lawful. Lawful's good. No cheating.
We're just ruining it for ourselves, and I've got a game tonight too, so we'll see.
Oh, you've got a game in the morning as well.
Yes. Yes, but they're two different systems. One's an OSC, third level.
Yeah,
the other one is I got the character sheet and I looked at it. I said, "Oh man, I got to be an extrovert? No, I'm not allowed to be one of those." No,
I did say the character was outgoing though on the description. You picked him.
I know. I just thought it'd be cool to have the one hand.
Yeah. He's a one-handed sapper. And you've got to do the French accent. No, you haven't. I will.
I'm not sure that we'd have any players if I kept doing the French accent. It sounded like Pepe Le Pew met the Knights of Knee.
Yes, Major's Music. Get more videos up. There's been a distinct lack of videos from your channel the last couple of weeks. Right. Okay. So what are we doing? Are we going to the landing? I'm completely lost. Completely lost. Nobody's making decisions anymore. El says landing and changes his mind to window. Lionel says landing. Mages says Diabolus. Nobody else has voted. And we've only got 7 people left in chat. Fine. All bugger off and leave me. That's I thought I was being happy and friendly and chatting. It turns out I'm just being annoying. Right, landing. Okay, landing. A short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase, which leads downwards. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door. Do we go downstairs? Do we try this unmarked door, or do we continue around the landing? Downstairs, unmarked door or landing? Isn't this the unmarked door with that? I've drunk 1.5 beers tonight and all. I'm just pissed.
This is what happens when you get a lot of alcohol in you. So no, you haven't even drunk that much alcohol. This is almost nothing for Friday night.
Yeah. High on life because I've got 4 days off work.
4 days? Whoa,
4
that's
days,
kind of unusual for you.
Yeah. Well, Monday and Tuesday is usually my weekend, and I've got this genuine weekend off as well. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. Wish I was a lightweight. I used to fight a lightweight at judo, under 73 kilos, which was 11 stone 6. 160 pounds in your money.
I think they should just go by weight. They should figure out like a DEXA scan or something, figure out how much muscle you have, so they don't care how heavy you actually are. And that way you can be a fat person with, it's like, oh, you got 73 pounds of muscle on you, you're okay.
Thing is, that was probably my advantage because I was short and stocky, and for my height, it made me excessively strong, but not in the upper body, more in the lower body. People couldn't get me to bend on the ground at all. I was not good at defending. I wasn't very good at attacking. Lacked arm strength. Plenty of shoulder strength, but no arm strength.
Well, I bought clothes and I found out that I'm just like the wrong size for everything now. So
the clothes are wrong.
No, I'm buying almost identical clothes, and I said, you know what? They're getting a little tight around my neck. Let me go up one more neck size, and boom! All of a sudden, it's like either someone fatter or far more muscular.
It's like you're wearing a tent, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, but I need something around my neck just a little bigger.
I used to do a job where I had to wear a shirt, and to get shirts to fit me, I'd have had to have them specially tailored because around here, I was too big, and my body was too short.
Oh yeah.
So the shirts would be hanging around my knees to fit around here.
Well, and the problem that I have is they always make these shirts short. No, come on, guys, give me some longer.
I want a short shirt. 18-inch neck. I don't want to wear a tent.
Well, I've got a 17-inch neck, well, approximately 16 and a half to 17-inch neck, and then all my limbs are
18.
long.
18.
So, well, yeah, I mean, you're good job.
No, it's not. It makes shirts annoying. It makes shirts garrot me.
Oh, I know. It's trying to go, you know what? It's almost as expensive just to go order things custom made and say, okay, guys, stay my weight. That's okay. This Daniel Kearney, I was 6'1" at 121 pounds when I was 17. So I've gained 80 pounds, but since then. So.
I've always been like a little bowling ball. Even when I was at my fittest, I was still sort of like short and square.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I've always been really lean and long limbs. So I used to be pretty flexible. So that was I've been trying to work on doing that better now.
Okay. Right, we're continuing around the landing looks of things. No, I wasn't very good at soccer, but you're on an Englishman stream here, so you call it football. A few steps past the unmarked door is another unmarked door. If you wish to try this one, return to a certain number. Shall we ignore this one? So we've got another unmarked door. What do we do with this one? Try it or ignore it. We've sort of gone a little bit off path here. I think we're missing the rooms we need and we've just gone on a random route. Haven't found a weapon yet. Elle knows the route and has been outvoted repeatedly. Soccer is a shortening of association football, but the Brits call it football, and soccer has only really taken off in certain parts of the world.
Well, like I said, it's here in the United States. It's played a lot by little kids, and probably up until high school, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, it's massive here. It's by far the biggest sport in Britain. It's not officially our national sport. Cricket is, but it's absolutely massive here.
Oh, come on. Where were we supposed to get the soccer hooligans that you're famous for?
That was 30 years ago. We haven't got them anymore. It's just all a big myth now.
Oh, okay.
It's a couple of idiots who have a fight at the pub now. Rugby's pretty big in the UK. Rugby is pretty big.
That's okay. I've been here. I know how big soccer, foosball is, and not the one that you play on the with the little spinning.
Right. Okay. I'm going to say now here we need to remember unmarked door number 98 is not the one we open.
Oh, is that the one with the dead person or?
It's the one with the dead person in we've just opened.
Oh, okay.
That's minus 3 fear. We lose 3 fear. We're up to 7 fear points out of 12. Got 12 fear with this one. Panic and run off around the landing. Yeah. Open the door and he lands on us. He's dead. Halakar, the problem is it's your clocks, not mine. Your clocks are wrong. L, you've been Googling, haven't you? Yeah. The landing turns right and the passage branches off. You may either turn left down the passage and past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turn right following the landing. So shall we turn left or shall we turn right? If anyone wants to keep a map, turning left here is 339, turning right is 272. Are you going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of this month, Owen Al?
Maybe the fat one. No, I mean I was doing like 100 or 200 a day, and I said, okay, let me try the 10,000 kettlebell challenge, but I had to work. When I first started this, probably a couple months ago, just doing 100 of them. I think I started at 8 kilos. So,
hello, Simon. So we've got the option here of turning left down a passageway and past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turning right.
That's right. Oh, I thought that you're supposed to draw out the map. You're so good at memorization for this.
Okay, so left seems to be winning. I'm getting that feeling. I'm not being overly specific and going back and counting it all like an accountant. No offense to accountants. I'm not one. All right. You're standing by 2 doors and each has a nameplate. Ahead of you is the Asmodeus room. Do you call them Asmodeus in America or Asmodeus?
I think we call them. Well, I called him as a kid Asmodeus. Yeah.
Asmodeus.
Well, I think that's what I would say. Well, Asmodeus, but yeah.
Well, we would say Asmodeus here. Just Deus would be Deus.
That's probably the proper one. I can't. As a kid, you pick up so many things and you don't know how to pronounce it. I always thought it was fun. People would make fun of you if you were saying a word but you couldn't pronounce it correctly. And I went, that's how I can tell if someone's well read, is if they're saying words that they can't pronounce, because those are not things you use in normal.
Yeah. To your right is, so we can go into the Asmodeus room. It's definitely not Asmodeus. It's not Deus. It can't be Deus, can it?
Well, we said DSX. Yeah, I understand. It's Deus.
I know it. In America has fewer vowel sounds than British English. You're more consistent with your vowel sounds, where we're all over the place. So you tend to use our vowel sounds vary from word to word, where yours are much more consistent along the line. But so Asmodeus, or to the right is the Iblis or Eblis room. I would say Eblis there.
As Elfbait singing whole thing.
Rock me, Asmodeus.
That's right.
Rock me, Amadeus. See you, Simon. Simon's over my side of the Atlantic, so he goes to bed at a proper time. So you got the Asmodeus room, the Eblis room, or following the corridor. Major's musings, you are right. Even if your accent hints at the wrong side of the Atlantic, you've still got enough sense in there.
That's okay. I still
want to, Daniel, I do not want to know your bedroom antics.
I still have to laugh, because you can tell which part of the world people are at. But I remember going over to Russia, and you could tell that they spoke American English versus the British English, like the Germans did. But that was in the early 90s. Who knows how it is now?
I think it's, I have encountered on various online games, I've encountered Russians who do tend to lean towards the American English.
And I really enjoyed listening to our interpreters when I was in Iraq, because you could find out which region of the country they'd been trained in, or who had done the training. Because one of them, he was like, there's a great New York Times thing that says where you are in the United States and go in the language. And it's pretty accurate to determine where you grew up. So one thing I can recommend from the New York Times, that's about it.
So there's another difference. You say Iraq, we say Iraq.
Yeah.
But yet there's the Christian name Iva and Ivan. We say it like that, but we say Iraq and Iran. It's the differences between the vowels. There's no consistency in British English.
And we complain about it enough here in the United States about why is it spelled like this?
So, are these votes for the Asmodeus room, or are we just joking about the pronunciation? Because I remember what's in the Asmodeus room, and no, I don't suggest we go anywhere near that. No. Corridor or Eblis, not Asmodeus. Please, not Asmodeus. Neither door.
So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess, because corridor is neither door.
Yeah. We're going with the corridor then. We're going with the corridor.
That's okay. What's the proper pronunciation for aquifer or aquifer?
What?
You know an aquifer?
Aquifer.
See, that's yeah, that's the funny thing. It's just on how the different pronunciations are depending on where you are.
Aquifer. It's an ah. So, but you say pasta, don't you? We say pasta.
Well, I say pasta, but
pasta,
aquifer,
short A.
But I say aquifer because I'm like it's aqua, for water. I don't say aqua. I don't say Aquaman. Aquaman.
No, we say aqua. Aqua, short A. But it's regional as well.
Yes.
If you the word pass, for example, if you are north of sort of, I don't know, sort of Warwick sort of area in the British Isles, you will say pass. If you're from south of there, sort of London or the southeast, you'll say pass.
Ack wafer.
Okay, the corridor ends at a stout wooden door with Shaitan, Shaitan, written on the nameplate. To your right is the Mammon room, and to your left is another door with no name. Do we enter Shaitan, enter Mammon, enter the nameless one, or turn back and follow the landing? I have a feeling this isn't going to be a successful delve. We've just wandered off, haven't we? Back up to 11 people in chat. People have either returned or found us again. I don't know. It's Friday. And people haven't really paid much attention to the book either. You say tomato, I say tomato. One of Indian guys I know says tomato. He's probably right, and we're probably wrong. I say tomato.
Oh, I also, aluminium versus aluminum.
There's genuine arguments for both
Sure.
there.
Well, and I'll be honest for this. I actually like different regional accents. Sometimes just because it gives flavor to wherever you are.
Of course. Yeah.
And I think I don't like the homogenization of everything. That's, I think, one of the, sometimes when people talk about this, no, if I want to go to a different country or a different region, I like it to be different, including
exactly.
food.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on that. It's yeah. If I want to go to Italy, I want to experience Italian culture. If I want to go to India, I want to experience Indian culture. If I want to go to Japan, I want to experience Japanese culture. I don't want it all watered down with the nonsense we get over here. But equally, I don't want what we get over here changed to become like that. It's preserve cultures, preserve them. Anyway, where are we? Shaitan, Mammon, nameless door, turn back and follow the landing. Looks like two Mammon, no Shaitan. Bloody. Oh, it's all over the place. No, it looks like nameless door. Nameless door has won. Nameless door has won. Okay. In terms of understanding, I don't struggle to understand either. In terms of Scottish and American pronunciations. I've travelled a fair bit around the British Isles and met got to know a lot of people with different accents, and I think real sort of deep South American I can struggle with a bit sometimes. But
Cajun.
Cajun. You know the real sort of the real drawl down there. I can find some of that a little difficult to follow.
Oh, wait till you get Cajun. They have to put pronunciations for Americans. I mean, they have to put the subtitles at the bottom. They're like, okay, if I look really hard, I can listen to it. But oh man, If you get that deep South Cajun, which is Louisiana, whew, but the food's great.
American South, sorry, not South American, American South.
Yeah.
Cheers, Daniel.
Just like everyone would get mad, would find it funny and say y'all. I said, no, you know who I'm talking about. Oh, and if someone says y'all, generally in the South, and it's just you, and you're like, who are you talking to? They're talking about your entire family blood relations.
We would never say that over here.
Y'all? Oh, y'all's great. I love y'all.
Y'all. Right. Put the light on. Right. You tug at the handle, but the door is locked. Have we got a key? Yes, we have. Oh, okay. The key we have. that's annoying. It says here, you tug at the handle, but the door is locked. If you have a key, turn to 212. If you don't have a key, turn to 47. Okay. 212. Your key doesn't fit the lock. The door remains firmly closed. Who knows that? I didn't want to try it. No, it's not fair. Where would you like to go next? Okay, so that's just a complete red herring, that room. Where would you like to go next? The Shaitan room, the Mammon room, or follow the landing round?
So what do you think is the hardest? I think Cockney is probably the hardest to understand if you're not familiar with it.
I don't have a problem with Cockney. I think there are some harsh accents. A Geordie accent can be difficult. A real strong Glaswegian can be difficult. Welsh are easy to understand.
Which is the one that uses the? You have to know what the rhyme implies to understand.
Oh yeah. The Cockney rhyming slang. Yes. If they start using that, that's more than an accent, though, isn't it? That's a change in language. And we've got, I mean, up the road from here, in the Black Country, there's all sorts of Black Country sayings that I would have a clue with. I can understand the accent, but
no, I like the sayings in the South sometimes. You know, it's I had a mentor that once said, referring to that someone said something, says, well, that means about as much as a big wet sloppy kiss, and I'll keep quiet. You know, what is the and I'll respect you in the morning kind of answer is what he said.
What's diner speak?
Oh, I've heard them do it, but it's to keep things so people could understand it. It's Mark Robert was doing it on Eric Hunley's. He was doing some of the slang for what was done in the diner. They have certain phrases that, you know, if you order eggs or something, it's on the way that they say it that doesn't necessarily make. If you aren't familiar with it, you don't understand what they're saying. Yeah.
That's probably something like how the language that auctioneers use as well. Mm-hmm. All right, follow the landing round then, aren't we? 272. You follow the landing round past a wooden door which bears the name Tutivilus. You may try this door, or straight ahead the landing ends at a panelled wall and the passageway turns to the left. So shall we try Tutivilus, or shall we follow the passageway round?
I'm just gonna be a fanboy of L. Whatever he says, I'm following. Because he's probably the one that's ever taken notes on these.
He has, yes. Yeah.
We might not try. Yeah, cooks can't. I hope the missus there is doing okay.
Yeah, she's fine. I can hear you coughing back. I hope you're all right. Are you all right?
2 weeks off work.
You need what?
2 weeks off work.
You need 2 weeks off work.
Yeah.
You've got some time off work coming up soon, haven't you?
Not till Christmas.
Not till Christmas. Okay.
Sounds like you call in. I'm too sick to come in. I used to have my boss, though, as I come into work and like, yeah, I'm coughing a little bit of blood. He's like, get out of here. Don't get near me. A force field. Why did you come into work? I said, well, I felt okay when I left. It's just like, get out, get out.
Everyone's saying follow the passage round, apart from Major's Musings, who is the one who's being outvoted most often tonight. You follow the passageway round the corner to the left. 2 doors face each other across the passage, and you may either try the door on the left to the Belial room, or Belial, however you want to pronounce that one, or the door on the right to the Abaddon room. Straight ahead, the passageway continues a few meters before ending at an unmarked door. Belial, Abaddon, unmarked door, or turn back and go downstairs. We've missed the weapons. Daughter's coughing as well now. I will say, while you're making a decision, bear with me. I'm just going to little boy's room. I can't because Jake's in there. Jake, can you pull the curtain across it? I'm like,
Where 3? Uh-oh. We've got dead air. We can't have dead air now. Everyone's been unmarked. All right, we can take over now. Oh, that would be pretty funny, Grumpy Old Slam. John, is there something you want to tell us about? Oh. Mrs. Geek came over. I think we need to have a vote on, what we should call Mrs. Geek. Would it be Madam Geek or the grand old lady? Ma Geek? I don't know. That sounds like my geek. Oh, pretty much. So, John, we were trying to give a name to the missus, in case she ever took over the stream for us while you were. Come on, Major's Musings. He never called the lady old. That's bad. Bad. No, she needs a title. We can't just call her Becky. I don't think that's fair.
She doesn't like being called Mrs. Geek.
Okay.
What do you want to be called? Huh? Ms. Geek? Mrs. Geek? Ma Geek? Ye Lady Geek?
I was thinking Grand Lady Geek.
Ye Old Geekette? They want you to come and read the suggestions for.
Or she can throw in her own. I was trying to get anything avoid old. I was thinking,
She's avoiding answering the question at the moment. No.
I still think Ye Grand Lady Geek or something. We have to make her sound so much more elevated.
She is elevated.
Well, I assume so. Well, we just meant much more elevated than you, John. That's what we're referring to.
That's not difficult. Right. Okay. Don't call me a geek. Yeah, she is Mrs. Don't call me a geek. There we go. Right. Okay. Where were we? Had we decided where we were doing? I think that people were going for the unmarked door, weren't they?
Yes.
Yes. 103.
Don't die in habitat.
You open the door slowly and carefully. The room you enter is a bedroom, which looks as though it is waiting for someone to come in and go to bed. The sheets are folded back. The fire in the fireplace is warm, but dying. On the bedside table, a candle is burning, and next to it is a silver tray with a bedtime snack on it. Velvet curtains are pulled across the window, and along the left-hand wall are fitted cupboards. The overall picture is quite cozy. Will you enter the room and investigate the bedside table? Enter the room and investigate the cupboards? Or are you a little suspicious of the apparent tranquility of this room, and would you prefer to leave? So we have bedside table, cupboards, or suspicious. I'm getting the impression that nobody in chat actually wants us to finish this book. You're just a bunch of trolls, aren't you? Who just don't care. Right. Investigate bedside table. I think most of us could do with more exercise. I could do with some exercise, because more than none is not very much.
Of ye old trolls. Well, I guess the young trolls is what you have. Well, the good thing is that John's allergic to milk, so you know that won't be taken.
No, not an option. Okay, we've got bedside table. Bedside table, one cupboard. It's bedside table then. Okay, we're investigating the bedside table. Turn to 163. On the bedside table are a candle, which lights the room, and a silver tray. On the silver tray is a nighttime snack, bread, jam, and tea. You can, if you wish, eat this snack. Otherwise, you can leave it and either investigate the cupboards or leave the room. Do we eat? Do we investigate the cupboards? Or do we leave the room? Very, very determined. Yes. Cupboards. No chat, just cupboards.
I may be off by 50, but it's in the benefit. So
Cupboards. Right, okay. Let's see what's in these cupboards. Can you hear me when I whisper?
I can.
Good. Starting at the far end, you examine the cupboards. You open the first door and find it's the wardrobe, with dresses and blouses hanging inside. You open the second door and spring backwards in fright, for inside, partly dressed in tattered clothes, are two skeletons. Having disturbed them by opening the door, they're coming to life before your eyes and advancing to attack. You must add 2 fear points.
Oh, geez.
And fight the two skeletons who are up to 9 fear.
Those are kind of big cupboards.
Skeletons. Sounds like they're more wardrobes than cupboards.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get. So we're going to use green for us, orange for them. I'm going to hit each one 3 times, and we haven't got a weapon. We've still got better skill than them. That's 1 hit, 2 hits. It's hit us. 3 hits. There we go. That's 1 dead. The second one's a bit more skillful. Oh, 7-3. We've beaten that one. That's 1 hit. 3-11. I think we've lost that. Yes. 6-9. 6-14. 9. Oh, no, we've lost that one as well. This isn't going too well. That's better. That's what, another hit. 1 more. 11-12. That's a tie. 5-6. Another tie. Oh, we've just double 6. Look at that. Can you see the double 6? Oh, yeah, they've slid down. The green ones were a double 6 there. So we've won that one. That's double 6 I've rolled for us tonight. Okay, we may look through the cupboards before you leave. Yeah. Well, thanks for giving us permission, book. Huh. This book is now trolling us. There is nothing of interest in the cupboards. You may now leave the room by turning to 243.
Like we can't stop and eat? That's what I feel cheated by.
We've got no option to stop and eat now. A few steps further back down the passageway, 2 doors face each other. On the right is the Belial room. Belial. I don't know. Or on the left is the Abaddon room. Belial, Abaddon, or go downstairs. Is our really strong character going to do worse at this in this Belial? Is it Belial? Belial. It might be Belial. Belial.
Belial?
I
don't know.
I don't know. Belial. Could be Belial.
Let's find out. Well, and that's the other problem is when things start taking from other languages, then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to? Let's see. It says Belial. Is what it says. That's what I'm saying for how one of them pronounces it.
Belial.
Belial. Belial. Yeah, something. Anyway.
Belial. Yeah, but that would make sense. Are we gonna? Basically, we've got no weapon. We're about to be forced to go downstairs. Half our stamina left, and we've got 3 fear points. I don't think Belial is. No, I think that's unlikely. Have we ever done Belial? I'm going to call it Belial now because that seems sensible. Don't know. Belial, Abaddon, or downstairs.
Where's L when we need him?
I don't know. Yes, it is Gesh. I believe it's Gaelic.
And we always pronounce it geese. We're gonna have a geese.
We always called it Gears. But
What's the how do you pronounce the Catrid columns or whatever from Fiend Folio? Which I thought were really cool monsters. They just never appeared anywhere, which I just thought was a real travesty.
They're in UK1. They're in UK1.
Okay.
I thought they were called Caryatid columns.
Maybe they are Caryatid columns. I can't remember. That's like telling everyone was playing D&D and no one knew how to pronounce anything.
But yes, there are some of those in UK1 beyond the Magic Mirror. No, beyond the Crystal Cave.
I just thought they were really cool. Instead of necessarily putting up golems, you can put up these two monsters.
So I think we're going to Belial, by the looks of things. I don't think we've been here before, and our character's about to die anyway, so let's just get this over and done with. Find out what's in this room. You enter the room and study its contents. It's seen this room is used very little and is perhaps a storeroom. White sheets are covering the furniture and several large square shapes which look like boxes. Shall we rest here, or shall we look under the sheets to see what they're hiding? No option to leave, though. It just says, do you want to rest here, or do you want to look under the sheets to see what's being hidden? No, we're not dead yet, Al. We're very nearly dead. Have a peek under the sheets.
Yeah, where's that? Oh, come on, if this was an old Laurel and Hardy, we would just put the sheets on to scare everyone away.
Ooh. Alaka, you every time you stop on your way on your commute home, are you checking your phone?
He needs a carpool so someone else can drive while he's
Okay, so we're looking under the sheets. Get put on a list for doing that over here. Looking under people's sheets. Right, the sheets do in fact cover up furniture and boxes. There are several easy chairs and a stylish chaise longue, and the boxes contain household bits and pieces. One box contains ornamental crockery wrapped up in newspaper. There is nothing unusual about any of this. Okay, turn to 380. Which bit are you laughing at?
Oh, hell. We should cheat like what Omen said.
Yeah.
Well, as a kid, and I'll be fair, not only did I cheat, I also made maps of everything. So, because like keys and stuff you'd miss. So it was like, okay, I gotta go this way.
I think I need to make a map before we attempt this book for one last time, maybe. I don't know if there's going to be a stream next week. It depends on a band I like are playing a gig, and someone who comes to my quiz on Sunday suggested we might go, and he's going to confirm this Sunday. So I might be at a gig next Friday. So there. You keep a suspicious eye on the room while you consider your next move. Suddenly, one of the sheets flaps. Was it the wind? No, you think the air is perfectly still. You watch the sheet. Slowly, it rises into the air as if it was being pulled up on a rope. Add 1 fear point.
Oh.
Will you grab the sheet or will you leave the room and slam the door firmly behind you?
Yet it's an easy one. I find that funny.
This book is not an easy one. It's generally rated as the second or third most difficult of all of them. I personally think Trial of Champions is the hardest one I've played. A few people online say that Creature of Havoc is harder. Deathtrap Dungeon's really tough as well.
Well, that one also has really high stats too. For
Yes,
some,
it does. Trial of Champions is harder. Trial of Champions is ridiculous.
well, I used to cheat also by making sure I took character to character from one book to another. That's one thing I liked about those sorcery books that we had.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one was what were they called? They were the MERP equivalent books, but you could take character from that to the next one. So
I don't think I found a PDF of one of those, and I didn't get past the first fight. It was just ridiculously hard. Anyway, what? Who's saying things about box? There's no boxes here.
Well, put your hand in the box. No, that was the reference for Dune again.
Right, okay.
About confronting your fear, which was from Mage's Musings.
Right.
You're gonna have to watch that, or you have to listen to the audiobook. But either one.
Yeah, I'm an audio. I'll listen to audiobooks. I mean,
it's just I think the audiobook's like 20 something hours.
I haven't long finished listening to The Hobbit, and I'm quite a long way into Lord of the Rings, but someone deleted the playlist from Spotify, so they'd just gone sort of south from the Troll Shores along the river and through Eregion around there. That's as far as I'd got. And then it got deleted.
I have an Audible because they have it on sale now. But I've been listening to some free stuff from John Carter of Mars, and just reading some of the old stuff. And I'm going, it just amazes me on the quality of writing nowadays, and just the visual aspects they have for it, for like Jack Vance and Michael Moorcock and Edgar Rice Burroughs. And they did a pretty good job for a lot of these things. I think writers nowadays just need to go read some of that old style writing. Yes, it can be kind of clunky, but boy, it really does. It's very evocative.
Yeah. So they're going to try and grab the sheet.
New stream watching Geek listening to do an audio book.
I think that would be the most tedious stream imaginable. You walk over slowly and reach for the sheet. It now hangs in the air well above the box it was covering. You grip it in your hand and tug it downwards. It snaps, confirming your suspicion. The sheet was being pulled by a thin strand of string. You breathe a sigh of relief. You may deduct the fear point you'd just taken. Excellent. But who or what was pulling the sheet? You decide not to wait to find out and leave the room? What? What? What?
I know. Well, sometimes it's just like, are you just padding this? And then the other time's like, what do you mean we can't eat the milk and cookies?
Okay. Right, okay. It's now saying to us, right, you outside the Belial room, you have two options. Do you wish to try the Abaddon room across the way, or shall we now head down the staircase and creep downstairs? No, there was no choice, Brian. People do those sort of chilling out videos where they just sit there doing nothing with just for hours. And there's one I saw the other day, and they had 1 million odd subscribers, and it was like, what? Yeah.
Well, Elle's been reading Dune a lot. I still like the 1984 version, the extended 1984 version, as cheesy as it is. And I like the music better. So
I like the Dune 2 and we say Dune in here. Over here, you say Dune. We say Dune. It's a U. Well, I like the Dune 2 computer game. That's basically all I know about it, really.
Well, I guess if you're all doing the same thing, it's fine. But I don't know. Maybe that's just the kind of the world where we're being so bombarded. We'll just watch a video of someone doing nothing. Like, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe it is relaxing because we've been bombarded so much.
You just think like then.
Al, you're right. We've just wandered around, just bimbling around like lunatics, completely wasting a good set of stats here. Oh well. So, are we going to go into it? Yeah, we're going to go into Abaddon.
Abaddon all hope ye who enter.
Making mouth noises for 30 minutes. What sort of mouth noises?
John, I think you're asking the wrong question. How do these people get more subscribers than me? That's what you really need to be asking.
What? Look, puppets talking D&D are funny. But making mouth noises for 30 minutes. If I just sat there and went... 30 minutes.
No. You have to do that for Legion of Myth, and he has to sit there.
Oh, yeah. Be there going... Rrr.
Well, I'll be honest. You know why I made this music that I enjoy something made with puppets? It's because the quality behind the puppeteering and the storytelling is far superior than most of what I've seen. I can't stand 4-hour long play videos, which oddly enough, that's kind of what we're doing here anyway. But
well, this is more of just a friendly Friday night chill and chat, really, isn't it? That's the thing.
Spasticus.
Biff, are you miles behind on the stream? Because I mentioned that song about an hour ago. That's Ian Dury. That's what we're talking about, Ian Dury, ages ago.
Well, he'll find out if he's an hour and a half behind you.
Biff? Yes, and Biff's saying window now. Biff's lagging.
Well,
listen to us on chipmunk mode.
Well, I've got an OSE game at 7:30, or I guess in what, about 2.5 hours, something like that. 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours.
I've got bed in 30 minutes because I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning. So,
well, that's okay. By the time I'm playing, I'll just have to wake up again.
All right, let's go to Abaddon then. Abandoned hope. All you enter here.
I think Elle's just waiting to rage quit. 2 hours. 2 hours. How many times do we have to die?
Okay, we've been here before. You enter a bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside. A heavy, musty odor hangs in the air, which could come from all the plants which are standing in pots on the mantelpiece. Bedside table, dresses, and shelves. Should be dressers and shelves. It's a spelling mistake. Whoever used this room certainly liked plants. But another sight catches your attention and stops you in your tracks. Asleep in the bed is an old woman. It seems that she has not heard you, for she has not moved since you entered the room. Shall we leave her in peace? Shall we walk over and wake her? Or shall we spring over and attack her before we can wake her up?
Wow. Elle has this down. Page 88. Ask how to.
Yeah, okay. Right. Don't make any decisions here. Elle knows the results here, so yes. Yes, Brian, she's a corpse. Okay. Yeah.
She's just pretending to be dead until you leave. It's like marriage. No.
Elle, have you got Brian blocked? Or Brian, have you got Elle blocked?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. We are gonna wake her because we know that is the right. We've been here before. That is the right thing to do. We know this sequence, and there she is in the bed, all serene and peaceful and dead. You step over to the bed and shake the old woman gently. But as soon as you touch her withered skin, you jump back in horror. She is stone cold, dead. Add 2 fear points for the shock. We are on 11 out of 12. As you stand by the bed, shivering, a low moan comes from the body. Its eyelids flick open and pure white eyes stare up at the ceiling. She has no pupils. Do you wish to wait and see what will happen next, or shall we bid a hasty retreat and return to the passageway?
We'll follow L. I mean, when he starts saying page 88, you know something.
Wait. Turn to 246. You hear words coming from the old woman, yet her lips do not move. Stranger, how dare you invade the private bedchamber of the woman of the house? She asks. You stammer an apologetic reply. She orders you. Be gone, intruder. Leave an old woman to die in peace. Will you leave her as she wishes, or will you ask for information about the house? Biff is definitely lagging. We were talking about weight about an hour ago, Biff. When you catch up on the stream, you'll realise. Biff paused it or had some sort of.
He needs to do what I do, which is play at 2x speed, you know, so.
So specifically for Biff, if he is listening to it on chipmunk mode, will you leave her as she wishes, or will you ask for information about the house? That's me in Saxious mode. Right. Asking for information about the house. Yes. What business of yours is this house? She screams. If you'll not go of your own accord, then my hounds will see you off. And if they cannot, I will do it myself. With these words, a wooden panel slides open in the wall, and 2 huge Great Danes spring out and attack. We've got to fight the Great Danes. We've got higher skill than them, even without a weapon. We could have done with finding a weapon, though. Find the weapon. Oh, hang on. We've just lost 2 points of stamina there. Yep, that's one dead Great Dane. 1, 2. Slight skill advantage is helping. 3, yes. Dice helped us as well that time. So defeat the dogs. Yes.
Well, speaking of which, since I listen to most things at either 1.5 to 2x times, when I hear people talk in real time, like, everything's so slow.
So for chipmunk mode, I have to speak slowly, like William Shatner, something like that.
And then you have to put even more emotion, so like every other word is super important. I don't know if I can eat the egg.
You search the room. while the old woman threatens you from her bed. I can't know, it's boring. You recognize some of the plants, as most of them are common house plants. The woman's voice grows frantic as you poke around in a herb garden by the window. A thought dawns on you, and you turn to her, threatening to destroy her plants unless she is able to give you the information you require. She shrieks at the thought of you harming her plants and agrees. What will you ask her? How to find the man in grey, about the secret rooms in the house, or what tonight's festivities are? So, man in grey, secret rooms, or festivities? What do you want to know about? Oh, yawn. Secret rooms. Secret rooms. Secret rooms.
Uh-oh. Elle's been playing, obviously. This is different than the PDF.
Is it?
Curse, old geek, you're using the wrong edition.
This is the original edition.
But the PDF I had the naked woman image in it. So I don't remember any naked. It was also aimed at the young adults, so they tried to get rid of some of that.
Okay. All right. Secret Room seems to be winning. Secret Rooms. Cthulhu has bent reality. I'm going to practice my French accent tomorrow. Should I, when I go to the doctors tomorrow, should I speak in franglais to the doctors?
I still think you should speak like Cajun. It's, where they just mix in with the French and the English all together at once.
That's what they speak in Mauritius. I've been to Mauritius, and that's what they speak there.
Because by my understanding, a lot of the French came over after the French-Indian War to Louisiana. So
no, it's not Cajun. It's Creole. They speak in Mauritius. Yeah, which is, it's like Cajun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Creole. Yeah.
Well, it's probably Creole, but I mean, we just call them Cajuns. So.
Right.
Basically, it's just like what's gumbo? Basically, anything you put into a pot, and down there that's spicy.
Good. Lots of spice. Like spice. I'll do that again. Before I will answer your question, she says, you must tell me something. What is my name? Ha ha! Here we go. Yes, we know what her name is. We turn to that number. It's 88. It's Vordana. She curses. Damn you, stranger. She hisses. All right, then I will answer your question. Which question do you ask her? About the secret room. 295. Secret rooms? She laughs. Why, this house is riddled with secret passageways and secret rooms. Most are in the cellar, though, but some of the upstairs passages lead to them. The most cunning secret room is the master's most trusted hiding place. It can only be reached by one way, and that is from under the stairs in the cellar. A password is needed, and I knew the old one, but it has recently been changed. Sheku will know the new password. Who's Sheku? The woman's eyes close, as if the conversation has been a great strain. You leave her be and consider the information you've been given. When you're in the position to find the secret room in question under the cellar stairs, you may try to find it by deducting 10 from the reference you'll be on at the time and turn to the new reference. Okay? Mm-hmm. So minus 10 under cellar stairs. Right. No other clue to its location will be given, but first you must find the password. Turned 159. I'm going to go on for another 4 minutes on this one. So got to leave enough on my quota for next Wednesday's midweek stream. And as I've already said, next Friday, I probably won't be streaming. So pretty sure I'm going to be going to go and see the Fields of the Nephilim. That's assuming that Dave, who comes to my quiz, is there, because he's offered to drive. Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. You follow the landing back round to the staircase and creep downstairs.
Holy crap. Castles and Crusades apparently has the deal for the holiday bundle for $0. So if you want for the PDFs, for the digital handbook and their holiday bundle, it's for $0 right now.
Oh, Castles and Crusades for nothing. Get it. Get it. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There is no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either a door on the left, a door on the right, or shall we try and open the front door? Left, right, front.
We'll see if I don't know if it'll allow the link in there, but it looks like it will.
Ooh, I start to yawn.
So I don't know if it shows up right, but there you go.
Hasn't appeared for me yet, but then I get slight lag on the.
Well, I don't know sometimes when it comes in, because sometimes it looks like you're putting it in, but it won't actually show up. So.
Yeah. Well, I had a number of comments to a video blocked earlier today, and I had to free them up. And it was purely because, and it serves you Americans right, a few people have commented and said the word die.
Really?
Yeah.
And
YouTube had blocked the comments because they had the word die in them.
I saw one time where they did. I don't know if it's showing up on your side, so
I haven't seen it.
So I assume that it's just not allowing the link in there. But
no.
But they have a holiday bundle, and it's in there. So, but it looks pretty good. The player's handbook's in there for free, and I guess be one. And then they've got one with a bunch of modules. So,
L in British English, die is considered to be archaic, and it is 1 dice, 2 dice. That is official British English.
Really? When did it become? You know what though? Sometimes I like the archaic stuff better because it was clearer.
It's been, I mean, that's been British English. It's archaic means going back over a century. So it's been 1 dice, 2 dice since early 20th century here.
I had a professor once that got so mad if you used data as a singular. And I said, well, you understand that the dictionary allows you to use it as plural or singular.
Yeah. I'm going to say here to Major's musings, what about sheep? 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5 sheep, 6 sheep, 7 sheep, 8 sheep.
Fix your language.
1 deer, 2 deer, 3 deer, 4 deer, 5 deer. You don't say deers, you say deer. 1 sheep, 2 sheep. And dice is just considered to be the same now as those.
Yeah, I know.
Moose, yeah. Same as moose. Let's say mooses.
Well, I know that he's talking datum and data. Well, datum,
yeah, datum and data.
But I mean, in certain cases, I know that whenever we're saying is there's there's another one in there. But I remember we saying, hey, we have data. It can be either 1 piece of data or it can be 2 pieces of data. It's a lot of times what we'll say. But if I'm using it in surveying, we say datum because that represents a single, what is your datum? But that's, some of that just comes down to trade speak too.
We don't say geeses. We say goose and geese.
And gander. Don't forget gander.
Gander and gosling.
Yes.
And gaggle. A gaggle of geese. Say goose and geese.
I still like a murder.
A murder of crows. A parliament of owls. An unkindness of ravens. An exaltation of larks. All right. A crash of rhinos. A bloat of hippopotami. Or hippopotamuses. Both are acceptable. Geeses is not acceptable in any language. Unless it is belonging to the geese.
A dexterity of beavers. There are some really weird ones out there that I've always enjoyed looking at those.
Beaver's a euphemism, though, isn't it?
No, I think he's actually talking about a group of beavers.
No. Beaver is a euphemism for
yes.
a part of Lady Anatomy.
Yeah. Well, yes, it's been used for both, but I don't usually say a dexterity of of chicks or something. If we're going to be.
Anyway,
and iPod of belugas.
We're going to go left here. So left 355, and this is going to be the last one I read tonight because we have descended off. The door opens into a large but cozy drawing room. The dying embers of a warm fire burn in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter stand on the glass top table behind the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the windows, and there is another door next to the one you came in. And at this point, I'm going to leave it. We are in 353. We are downstairs. We are back in the drawing room. I believe we've been here before when we first entered. Yes, Major's Musings, you are right. Our jocularity should earn us a reduction in fear points. We are on 11 out of 12, and L is right here. Don't push the button. Remember that for next time.
Do we subtract 10?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
No, the fire spice we used to take out, so that wasn't too bad.
But I have closed the book for tonight.
Yes.
The book is closed.
With crayons in the drawing room, yes.
Yes. Well, I hope it's been a silly session tonight, hasn't it? But I think part of the point of this on a Friday is just to relax and just a bit of banter and just enjoy ourselves. Maybe have a beer. I don't know do you have a beer with me? I know Omanal does his exercises while we're online.
I have 250. I plan to do the other 250 while we're doing the gaming tonight. So
right, okay. Maybe I should do some exercises while I'm running the game for you tomorrow.
Oh well, that's fine. Well, if we're all joking around, who's all coming?
At the moment, we've got 3 people playing. So we've got tomorrow, 2:00. 2:00 my time. What's the time over? Is it 8 a.m. your time?
Yeah, in Central. So I'm 6 hours behind you?
Yeah, so 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, and if you happen to be Australian, it's about 1:00 in the morning. We're playing Call of Cthulhu. We are playing Reign of Terror, which is French Revolution with a guillotine, and maximum characters of 6, maximum players 6, so six pre-gens. We've got 3 players so far. 2 have chosen characters. It's not Merp tomorrow. It's Call of Cthulhu, and the players at the moment. Omanal's playing. He's picked the sapper with one hand. Gingerbeard is playing. Gingerbeard is playing the sergeant, so he will be your boss if you play. And there's 4 other characters. There is room left, Slan, if you wish to play. So 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Don't know where you are. 2 p.m. GMT. So anybody wants to play, just let me know. just say so in Discord, and I will send you a character tomorrow morning when I get back from the doctors. But for now, I'm going to bid you all adieu, and thank you all for taking part. Thank you, Omanal, for being with me throughout the stream. Thank you, Mage's Musings, for popping in and entertaining us earlier on. And thank you, everybody in chat, for making the usual rash decisions to get another character killed.
Well, let's not forget that was it Helicar and Mage's Musings that bought your shirts. Was it Helicar?
Yes. Helicar has bought a shirt. Mage's Music. Seeing the Mage on stream wearing one of my shirts was magnificent.
You need to put that as the little, I guess the little picture that they have for the video.
Okay, yeah, that might be a job for me tomorrow. That might be a job for you tomorrow. But yeah.
Oh no, you bought two. Oh wow.
Who bought two?
Sean for Mage's Musings.
Did you?
He said one for the puppet, one for himself. Oh,
excellent. Excellent. I just got an email saying somebody in Canada has bought your shirt. I'm just didn't say who. But yeah, thank you everyone in chat. Hope you've all enjoyed yourself. I'm going to pop off now and put my feet up for a little bit and just chill because it's been a long old week. But I'll see you Wednesday. Cheers all.
Have a good night.